Hi, so I'm starting a video diary series, and the goal of this is just to document my feelings and thoughts um, for at least the next 7 days. That's what I've been challenged to do, and I would love to challenge some other people to do this as well. But the goal is really for me to come on here and to show my emotion vulnerably and my thoughts vulnerably, to give space to others to do that as well. I'm also going to add some thoughts and tidbits I have along the way. But for some context, today is about a little over a week in of social distancing here in Michigan. And the governor today had to put in place a stay at home. So unless you're essential or going to the grocery, something like that. Which tells me that there were lots of people that were not practicing social distancing, potentially. And I'll start with my thoughts. I'll start with my feelings about this. So, as a mom of two who already chose to stay home, have a business, and homeschool, I've already kind of practiced my life in a way where we're home a lot. I don't rely on public school to get a break from my kids, but I do rely on family, and that hasn't been able to happen. I thrive as an introvert, but when you're told that you have to do something, it's a little harder, right? So, obviously there has been feelings of anxiety, lots of anxiety. We had a family member who was potentially exposed, who has lots of other health issues, so that was a concern for a little while. Turns out that there was not an exposure. People around us are contracting this, and potentially, as long as you're in good health and you're not elderly, you should be able to recover. But of course, it always still brings some anxiety, because there's this sense of unpredictability and what is going to happen next. So, because this has gone global, there's really a larger message here. And I am really trying to hunker down and hear that message. There is no point in going through this whole situation if we don't learn from it, okay? And I think there's a message and a lesson on multiple different layers. But back to the feelings. Gone from anxious to excited about what the future might hold differently, but also waves of grief for the people on this planet. And as somebody who identifies as highly sensitive and empathic, I often can feel the weight of the world and not even recognize that that's what's going on. But obviously through this, it's been a lot easier to recognize that that's what's been going on. That's where my feelings derive. So grief, anxiety, excitement, comfort in staying at home. There's always this sense of what is information that you can trust and what is not. What is the underlying motives here? Lots of things to think about. So I would really love to hear how you're feeling as well. Next, I'm going to kind of talk about the bigger message here. And I'm going to take this all the way to the planet, back to birth, in your postpartum time, back to the inability to sit in yourself quietly. I am really seeing the bigger message of slow down. Really slow down. So many people that already thought that they had slowed down are struggling with slowing down. And I'm seeing this come out in ways of massive, rigorous school schedules, homeschooling schedules that are people putting in place, or major distracting techniques. What does that tell you? Being able to control what you control is good, but there's also this piece of letting go and surrendering and hearing the greater message. I have no interest in a rigorous homeschooling schedule right now. I have every interest in sustainably parenting right now because we don't know what the future holds. And ensuring that my kids' emotional needs are met and my emotional needs are met. And that means prioritizing my self-care. So I am embracing this slowdown because I can implement things that I wasn't implementing before, or take it to a higher level, a more daily level, like more daily yoga practice. That is getting bumped up the priority list before lots of other things. But think about this on a global scale. Here in America, we greatly struggle with prioritizing the postpartum period, which is essentially practicing social distancing and slowing down for some. When I say that if you are going to heal in your postpartum time, your immediate postpartum time, that you do not clean, you do not do anything other than rest, have somebody feed you, and nourish your baby. People struggle so much with this in the postpartum. Feeling the need to have a clean house, feeling the need to entertain, feeling the need to take care of other children, not being able to ask for help, not being able to accept help even if they didn't have to ask for it. These are major, major issues that we're dealing with. And we know that how you heal in the postpartum affects your menopause and your health for the rest of your life. Women have so many chronic health conditions that could potentially stem from their health related to their pregnancies, births, and postpartum periods, because we don't take any of those and put any priority on them. So now we are being forced to slow down, and people are struggling. You should have essentially had practice with this if you've already had a baby and been able to embrace this. And if not, you're getting another go at it. So hear me when I say, nourish yourself. Let things go like rigorous schedules to teach your children, keeping them entertained all the time. Let that go. Take care of yourself right now. You are getting the opportunity to slow down and take care of yourself, to slow down and take care of your family. and to really prioritize yourself and your self-care and self-love. How are you dealing with these feelings? How are you alchemizing these feelings? I've been sharing my yoga practices for the last couple of days. I've been showing my meditation practices. What is working for you? These are things you need to learn about yourself. And if you don't learn about them now, when will you? So I have lots of other thoughts. Lots of other thoughts and feelings. But that's where I'm going to land for today. This is going to be in the entirety posted on my website. You'll have to go there to see it. You may be able to see clips on Instagram or Facebook, but the entirety will be on my website. And if you're interested in hearing more about this through email or having some communication that is a little bit more intimate and slowed down, like mail or text message, there is a place on my website to give me that information. Okay? So I hope that you are identifying how you're feeling, sitting with those feelings and moving them, because that is a human experience. And that is what a doula does. They help you really feel like a human and not a robot. So let me support you with this. Tell me, how are you feeling? What are you doing? What do you need? I would love for you to start sharing vulnerably as well. Have a great day.